Life can be a really hard and really tough thing sometimes, and really confusing. It can take away friendships that you'd never think would die, would last forever. It can just take away friends, period. Night in the Woods is very good at pointing out such a thing, while also trying to show the good in life as well. On the outside, Night in the Woods looks like a simple 2D platformer, with a charming and very unique art style. But underneath, it has depth and character to it not a lot of games are able to get. In this game, you take the role of Mae Borowski, an anthropomorphic cat who had just dropped out of college and is now moving back to her old home, Possum Springs, to attempt to put her life back in order and see her old friends and parents. Right from the start, the game shows you the things you'll be doing, by grabbing a soda can and jumping from poles, and to even breaking a large plank of wood for blocking your way to your house. It might seem a little too full of mechanics at first, but you learn to realize it has just the right amount for the kind of game it is. The dialogue in Night in the Woods is all text-based, and most of Mae's texts are choice-based, and the choices you make will change some of the things in the story and near the end of the game, who you decide to hang out with, and who you decide to help, etc., etc. It takes the basic routine of repeating day-to-day things, while sprinkling in a few crazy things teens would do more and more throughout the game, and each one more fun and possibly emotional than the last. The three characters who play the biggest roles in the game with you are Bea, Greg, and Angus. Bea is a gothic crocodile who smokes a lot and runs her family business alone without the help of her father. Greg is a fox who runs the Snack Falcon, who is hyperactive and always seems happy. And Angus is a bear who runs the video game store, who also happens to be in a relationship with Greg and doesn't talk too much. The controls for Night in the Woods are very tight and easy to use. There isn't much in the game aside from jumping, talking, and running. Sometimes tight-roping on the telephone wires and jumping from building to building and stuff like that. Nothing too major. As you go into the game, you learn that despite the happy-looking art style and the happy music, not all the characters are completely happy. Bea works alone in her family business, forced to grow up much quicker than everyone else after recently losing her mother and her father being very neglectful and possibly abusive to her. Don't quote me on that one though. Greg on the outside seems like a happy and hyper friend to Mae, but inside he, a lot of the time, feels like a piece of shit who needs Angus. That I'm sure a lot of people, even myself, can relate to, minus the needing Angus part. Angus is a quiet, very smart friend to Mae, whom grew up in a very abusive household and plans on hopefully moving away with Greg when they have enough money saved up. Through the game, you can choose to spend more time with Bea or Greg. Angus isn't really a choice, I don't think, not that I saw in my playthrough. But on my playthrough, I chose to spend more time with Bea, as she quickly became one of my favorite characters. Obviously, this game is very story-based and very character backstory-based, learning the past of every character and trying to help them with their problems, while also trying to deal with your own problems as well, like depression and family drama. Every character has so much personality and depth to them that you grow to like them quickly, or at least I did. Later in the game, something sinister decides to poke its head out, but I'll keep that out of this review, so you'll have to play yourself to find out. Night in the Woods is a cute, sometimes sad, happy, and strange little indie game that will possibly make you see a side of yourself you didn't even know. So my final score for the game is a 9 out of 10. I can appreciate a story-based game, especially one like this, especially if I grow to like and relate with the characters so quickly into the game. The story was so good that I stayed up most of one night to play through it all, and you could easily beat it in one day. It even has a little minigame known as Demon Tower and many, many secrets that I was not able to find. If you want a game that will touch your emotions and make you see a side of gaming you don't normally see, Night in the Woods is definitely for you.